Okay, here's my first shot at making nickel acetate in order to nickel plate something. The simple setup here is I have a lambda power supply, and then I got a jar for the electrolyte, and I'm using regular distilled white vinegar. And initially I was going to set the voltage to 1.4, but it needed about 5 volts. For the anode and the other part, I'm using pure nickel Canadian nickels, and put them in there, add the electrolyte, and got the jar at the Goodwill for $2.49, and put some salt in there, and then stirred it around to dissolve the salt, and that's a part of the setup right there. And about 5 volts, and it started out at about 200 milliamps, and you can see there's quite a few bubbles, and it's working fairly well. Eventually the current crept up closer to 400 milliamps, and the solution started turning a green color, which is very good. And there's a little bit more green, a little bit more green. And this time I decided to put a penny in there and see if I could nickel plate the penny. So I put that in there, and good amount of fizzing. And here's the end result, is about 10 or 12 minutes of nickel plating on the penny. And it looks pretty good. I am surprised with the results. There it is versus a regular penny. They're both about the same initial color, and now it's nickel plated. And there's another picture of it. So this concludes the video about electroplating with nickel. The next thing I will probably do is let the nickel acetate continue to strengthen in solution, and then I will try to nickel plate some other objects made of copper and or brass.